What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Coop's House. Today we are on the Chevelle build, and today we are getting ready to cut the floors out and put new floor pans in because these are an absolute hack job and I don't like it. So we're gonna get these cut out, get the new ones tacked in, hopefully get our quarter panel welded out the rest of the way, and be ready to move on to something different because I'm tired of replacing metal. So not gonna waste any more time because I have so much to do today aside from this. So yeah, we're gonna get to work right now. Here we go. Okay, so what I've been doing that you haven't seen is taking the pan out of the car, trimming off pieces of the new pan to get it to where it fits down flush inside the car because I want it to sit down in the car. So I've just been taking bits and pieces off here and there. So I've got it fairly close now. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and remove the gas pedal, get that out so that I can sit this down all the way. I'm not going to cut all of this out in here because it's not rotten in this car. So I'm going to cut out as little from the car as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this on down once I figure out where I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to mark it out. And then I'm going to cut it, put it back in the car, mark out the car. But we're not replacing transmission tunnel, anything like that. So all of this will be cut off. So yeah, we're going to keep going. Take this gas pedal out, do some more trimming, and hopefully here in just a second have this thing fit down. Another thing you've noticed is going around the roll bars. If this were a regular car, it'd be a heck of a lot easier. But what I'm having to do is trim out to be able to fit around those. And once I get this tacked in place, then I'll build some patch pieces to fit snug around the roll cage so that it looks a little better. But yeah, all we're doing right now is trying to get the floor in it. So tedious. Finally have the driver floor pan trimmed and fitting pretty decent, which I'll show you guys in a second. It's kind of hard for me to move the camera from point A to point B and record both things going on at one time. It just takes a lot of time and kind of limited on time being able to get this done. So I wanted to show you guys real quick kind of a comparison to what we started with versus what we have now and how much we had to cut off to get it to fit where we want it to replace what we want. So this is our current floor pan. This is the one that we've cut down to fit. All the cuts that I was making were pretty rough cuts. I mean, nothing precise about them. Now we're gonna, clean this thing up, obviously, and the cuts inside the car will be more precise to fit this. So, yeah, everything will be a little prettier whenever we get ready to put it in. But this is what we have now, and I just want to hold it up side by side so you guys can see what we started with. So yeah, we cut off quite a bit in order to get what we wanted. But we cut it out. This is the front portion of the driver's side. So I'm going ahead and doing those because the back ones are going to be kind of easy because I don't have to fight so much of the roll bar and it's not underneath where the dash is going to be. So I'm replacing the front ones first because they're the most aggravating. So anyway, now we're going to clean up these cut edges, get it put in the car. We're going to screw it down where we want it, mark out the lines, and get ready to cut out the actual floor pan. So yeah, we're going to take our flat disc, put it back on the grinder, and clean up these edges. So be going in with this thing here in just a minute. So the camera died, but I wasn't stopping in the middle of what I was doing to go change the battery. So finally got the floor cut out. It's a pain reaching around these bars and everything, trying to get in there and get an angle where you can work. So anyway, finally got it cut out. I'll show you guys in just a second what I'm talking about. But what I did was I left about an inch below the mark that I made so that I could sit the pan down in there and it has a little bit of meat to sit on. I'm not going to butt weld this because, you know, if the welds fail, floor falls out, it's just not a good day. So leaving a lap weld, about an inch overlap, gonna weld the outside so that way it has something to sit on. Look, he's bumping the camera. But anyway, so I'm about to take the grinder with a flat disc and I'm gonna go around and clean this up and then we'll set the floor back down in it and then I'm gonna weld it up. So yeah, anyway, I'll show you in just a second what I'm talking about. Okay, here's our big gaping hole. So let me show you guys real quick. Here's the mark where the floor pan lined up, so I cut it out about an inch below it. So the floor's still going to sit in there, it's still going to line up with the marks, but it's going to have that bit of material to sit on, and the welds will be right across here. So I'm about to take the flap disc on the grinder, clean up around the edge, and then we're going to set the floor pan in here and put a couple tacks on. So almost there. driver's side floor pan is tacked in place with a decent fit. So have I mentioned what a pain it is working around the roll bars to be able to do this sort of thing? Everywhere you turn, just trying to knock the welding helmet off. You know, you're getting in these awkward positions trying to weld, things like that. But it's tacked in, so I'm going to leave it be for now. The next one that I'm going to mess with is the driver's side rear, because I'm not super sure how I'm going to go about that, where I need to cut it, things like that. So we're going to do what we got to do to make it fit. But anyway, I'm starting to get hungry. I've been at this for a few hours, so I'm going to take a few minutes and go eat lunch, and then come back and get started on this driver's side rear, and hopefully we get the rest of these tagged in as well. So I'm going to take a break for a few minutes, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we got the rear driver's side cut out. So you guys remember, you can see the other side. That's where the passenger floor pan is cut. It's about 4 inches short of the cross member for the back half. So I didn't like that. That was the main reason I decided to go ahead and redo these floor pans. You know, and then I just discovered that the front one was actually rusty. So, anyway, I've cut the new one to where it sits flush here with the cross member. So whenever I get it put in and we get underneath the car and get working on the bottom of the car, I'm going to put in a piece of square tubing underneath to help support the back side of that. But the time lapse cut out because the camera died. But you guys see all these little spots here. That's spot welds that go across those supports underneath the floor. I didn't bother trying to drill all of them out, so I just took my little air hammer right here with a chisel bit and I just cut them all off underneath and pulled it out. But we've got this new one cut and trimmed down, so it'll fit. So we're just going to set it in here real quick so you guys see how it fits. It's hard to do with one hand, but yeah, here you go. You see how it kind of fits in there, comes back against this cross member. Everything's not actually pushed back like it's supposed to be, but I get it fit better. But you can see it's actually up against it now. So I can put a couple welds across there, but then I can also put that piece of tubing underneath to help support that. So the driver's side is almost done. I'm fixing to get that cleaned up and ready to be welded in. I want to show you guys one other thing too. I'm not going to have to do the front floor pan on the passenger side. Thank God. I wasn't looking forward to it. But it's actually pretty solid. The only thing I'm going to have to build is the pieces to go around the roll cage there, little piece there, little piece there. And then I'll replace this back floor pan.
may or may not do the whole thing. I may just do actually from here back, you know, just to bring it back against that. So that may make life a little easier on me too. But anyway, I'm gonna quit talking. We're gonna get back to work. We got some welding to do.
Okay guys, so unfortunately that's as far as we're going to get on the Chevelle this week. We did get a lot done though. We got the driver's side, floor pans replaced, tacked in. So when we come back, the only thing we're going to have to do is replace the passenger rear. But remember, we found out that the passenger front was solid, so we're not really going to have to do a whole lot with that. That saves us a ton of time. So when we come back, we'll replace that section of passenger rear. We may not do the whole thing. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to look that over again. But also, we may very, very likely be starting this thing up for the first time in the next episode. You know, because if the floors get done, then we'll be putting in the dash, doing a little bit of wiring, things like that. So we may very likely be starting this thing up. So if that's something you want to hear, you're going to want to like this video, subscribe, and make sure you turn on the notifications so that you know when the next episode comes out. Because how will you know if we post another video if you don't? Especially if you're looking forward to hearing it crank up. If it's in the next episode. We'll see. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you on the next episode. Deuces.